Hello everyone, welcome back. How are we doing today? In this, the first damn stream since Winter Wonderlands is launched. Just been a little over 4 days. I am wonderful. Hello everyone. Good evening to you, Highland Lass. It's more like noon to me, but still. I know it's late for you, you time traveler. How you doing, Raven Kinchin? I am wonderful. Oh, you said fine? Good. Okay, good. And thank you for asking. Appreciate it. So, want to say welcome back to you all. I appreciate you being here. As like this is the first Happy Time Zones. It's the first stream after Winter Wonderlands launched, and that's awesome. I'm actually excited to hear your thoughts and feedback regarding Winter Wonderlands, your first impressions, and we're going to look over some amazing community-made maps, as well as, you know, just do the normal grind, do some builds, look over maps on the workshop, discuss abstract objects a bit, because a few have been shared on the workshop, or not on the workshop, but on our Discord, which that are kind of interesting. I think Swedish Cook shared one that was kind of interesting. It's like some flags that I want to take a look at. The last few days have been interesting indeed. Seeing the new maps pop up on Workshop. I haven't been able to play with Dungeon Alchemist a whole lot the last few days because my home life has been a little hectic. Don't want to get into it a whole lot. But needless to say, things are a little bit better now. We're all right, so I'm excited just to dive into your thoughts as a community of you know, your first few days with Winter Wonderlands. How have you been enjoying it? What have you been doing with it? What are your plans and for your builds with it? Really loving the abstract objects, wanting more different types. Love it. You know which one I really want is a round pillar that's stackable. Let's jump right into workshop maps. Let's go to most recent. Oh yeah, transparent abstracts are great. I actually loaded a blank PNG in our Discord in the abstract objects section that we created just so you and everyone can share their various abstract art that they've been making. Awesome. Oh, I wanted to take a look at this one. So Highland Lass shared this earlier today, and if you are a C.S. Lewis fan... Oh no. Okay, I guess there's an update that I'm not aware of. I have been running DA all day, though. 1 second. You just restart Steam. Steam, why dost thou forsake me? Was not aware there was a version pushed out today, so... Hopefully we can open maps today. That's gonna really throw a wrench in things if not. Anyway, while we wait for that to reload, there is one particular pillar under masonry. This guy. It is a very unique and beautiful object in that it's stackable at the very right angle. So I would like a pillar that I can turn invisible that I can stack, because then I could put things way up in the sky on it. Anyway, this one is one of my favorited objects because I used it quite frequently before the abstracts. Anyway, let's see if we can load a Steam Workshop map. I hope we can. Goodness. Recent. I'll be honest, everyone. I'm sorry if I'm a little, like, distracted. I'm My son had to go to the ER the other night, and it was a long couple of days. Yeah, I can't load any workshop maps. Let's try a different one. Oh, this is not good. He's doing a lot better, though. He's home. He's safe. He's doing good. It was like a big scare, you know? Let's try this one here. I can't load Highland Lasses map. I can't load any maps from the workshop. This is interesting. Just a moment. Vim, I see you're in chat at Lurkin. Are you here by chance? Do you have any insight on this? So weird. I wonder... I could restart. I restarted Steam. I've restarted... Let me just try it one more time. Might need to restart my computer, which is not good. No bueno. We don't want that. Apologize while I'm dealing with this randomness. I don't know why I'm having this issue. I'm gonna change out of the dev build because that's what I'm in right now. I'm wondering if that's... Switch. Regular. Hey, Tactless, how you doing? Okay, hopefully this fixes it. Come on. Yep, okay. The dev build is the problem, so I switched into the live regular build, and I'm able to load this map. So, this is based off of The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, which is an amazingly lovely book by C.S. Lewis, and it's part of a whole series of books. And I'm sure many of you have read the books or watched the movies over the years. And yeah, I actually saw this map pop up on our Discord earlier, but I'm actually very excited to look at it on stream. Let's pop a token in here and get a Thomas eye view. So we've got the wardrobe, which is the portal to Narnia. And the first thing they see is a lamppost in the middle of nowhere. Oh, look, a lion statue. Great. This is where they meet Thomas, who is a satyr. Is that how it's pronounced? Anyway, he's like a half goat, half man. And he basically guides the children through Narnia initially. Tumnus? Tumnus, is that what it is? That is neat. You did a really good job on this. I like it. The fawn. But yeah, it's a really, really pretty map. You did a great job on this. Ooh, I like the little statue over here. Really pretty. Yep. I mean, it's a really, like, you didn't have to do a whole lot to accomplish this, and it's beautiful at the same time. I love all the intricate details, and it just really captured this scene really well. You did a great job here. It is a Narnia vibe. It's exactly a Narnia vibe. This map is based off of Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. So we have the wardrobe. Yep, it's literally Narnia. Quite literally. Made in Dungeon Alchemist. Congratulations on this build, Highland. Yeah, that is smart. I like your approach there, actually. That's brilliant, because then you could do a door on each side. I started reading these books, these books, as well as the Prydain Chronicles, when I was like 12. My aunt and uncle got me into them. They were heavy into reading, and I would stay the summers with them when my parents got divorced, and so they got me into reading big time. Man, it was, 20 some odd years ago for me, 24. But, you could always pick it up and read it again. And the cool thing about reading books, at least for me, is I kind of associate the memories I had when I first read them when I read them again. So it is really a good nostalgia trigger, I feel like. It's kind of fun. And the books are good to boot, so it's not bad. How you doing, Counselor? Welcome back. I just love this map. It's very pretty, and it's to the point. And I thank you so much for making it. Honestly, I'm glad someone thought of it and made it. I love maps that are tributes. They really are my favorites for the most part. So any map that's like a throwback to a movie, a TV show, a pop culture reference, a book, Oh, for sure, as you age too. Hey, Will, how you doing, buddy? Honestly, yep, this is Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, made by by Highland Lass. She killed it on this build. Very beautiful build. I love it. Here, let's get back up to the upper view and just kind of peek. So she's got a wardrobe here. She just built like a room with some closets and the hanger stacks in them, and then there's a door on either side. So that's just a clever wardrobe. Brilliant. And then the lamp. It's a brilliant book. I think I started reading, like, around that time I read, Lord of the Rings. I read all the, Prydain Chronicles, so that's like Black Cauldron stuff, if anybody has read those. And then also read all of the, Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe stuffs. Narnia Chronicles, I guess, what do they call them? Oh, for sure. Oh, Dirty Rollers, I gotta ask, dude, now that you've had your computer for a stream, dude, how you liking it? How you liking it? You got a new PC and it's just... Is it everything you dreamed of? Oh, yeah, I've heard of that. Isn't that called, like, synesthesia or something, Raven Kinchin? Gosh, I could just stare at this map forever. It's really pretty. It really captures the mood. Bet, dude. Your PC is more powerful than mine. I just got a new CPU, a new motherboard, new cooler, like a Noctua silent, big, huge CPU cooler. I need to get a new graphics card. My computer's starting to show its age with my 1080. Hopefully, in the future, I can get a, like a 30 series or something, or I don't know. We'll see. Oh, I bet, dude. I bet. That's cool. I mean, it's easy to, link and have an association. Like, when I was younger, I used to listen to music or, like, have a movie playing or, like, something on the background when I play a video game because I had, like, a really junky TV to play on my SNES and, like, my radio or my Walkman, or maybe I would, my TV, my family room TV, I'd go and set up in there and listen to both, And so... And I understand, it's nice to have something in the background with it as well, but at the same time you associate it and those memories trigger really hard. That is, gosh, this is brilliant. Okay, love it, but we gotta move on. Let's pick another map that's been posted this week. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . Uh-oh. My chat window crashed. Hold on. Oh, there it is. Reloaded. How did I like the movie? Honestly, I went into the movie not reading the book for years. I watched the movie and I was like, I don't remember some of these things and some of it doesn't make sense. And then I reread the book and I was kind of frustrated. I'm always like more adamant about the book story being as close as it can when a movie's made. Like, I am still very salty that Tom Bombadil like wasn't like really in Lord of the Rings. Like, I am so mad about it. I could talk about it for a long time. Hey, Eeyore, how you doing? Welcome back. Campaign suddenly got kobolds into fishing for magic gnats, fireflies, and crystals this week thanks to the update. That's awesome. You'll be paying it off for a bit? Oh no. Dude, Tom Bombadil, I just, so much critical portions of the story were just cut out and like just kind of retconned in the Lord of the Rings movies. And Tom Bombadil, I could see him being in Rings of Power, which could be cool. He's a very cool character and he's just so mysterious and interesting. But at the same time, he's kind of just like OP. I get it to a degree. Okay, what are we gonna look at next? So there's a few ice maps up here. Thermals, Snow Cavern. Let's keep looking down. I want to see if there's any more snow maps that have been submitted. Whoa. Okay, let's take a look at this. Crystal Palace. This looks dope. Whoa. That's a vibe. That is super beautiful. Tom Bombadil wouldn't intervene with Sauron because he's just Tom Bombadil. He doesn't care. That's basically the only way to explain it, really, to people who don't understand him. But yeah, this is the coloring, good use of colors, like really good lighting. This makes my Frost Palace look sad. I love all the effects, great use of all the new objects. I don't know, Frost Palaces look really good on dark parchment, don't they? Like, really solid on dark parchment. I've never even considered it. I've always just put them in snow. I just want to say welcome one and all to the stream. If you are new here, my name is Mac. I am the community manager for Dungeon Alchemist, and this is the official channel of Dungeon Alchemist. We stream here once a week, every Saturday, same time every week, and we call it a damn stream, or the damn stream, and we call it that because when you save files in Dungeon Alchemist, they're saved as a .dam file, which stands for Dungeon Alchemist Map. With that in mind, these streams are an opportunity for us to showcase amazing builds like the one you see in front of you, teach you tips and tricks for your own builds, and they act as a sort of AMA, meaning ask me anything. You can ask questions, and if you're curious about something in Dungeon Alchemist, how it functions, how to accomplish something, or you just generally want to know something about it, maybe you're looking to buy it or you're interested in it and you have a lot of questions, that's what this stream is for. Feel free to ask away and I will do my best to answer. We also have some amazing mods. Oh, I'm glad you thought it was a scam account, really? Do I come off as scammy? We have amazing moderators in here too. Seisu is here. I think, was Remy here earlier? I don't know. But anyway, we have some amazing mods that pop in and help out as well. Ooh, you could do like some snow, like a snow elemental or a snow deity or something, or an ice deity or something that is trying to convert the land to snow. That's just the first thing off of the top of my hand. Or like turning it to darkness and ice. Like a whole Ice King vibe from Adventure Time. Or like Ice King Finn, when he was like crazy and tried to turn the whole world to ice. I don't know if you've seen Adventure Time, but that's kind of what I'm thinking. Someone maybe comes in contact with a magical artifact and it makes them become a really powerful ice sorcerer. Honestly, Arthemisia, honestly, I apologize if I gave that vibe, but I do love supporting our community so much. First and foremost, as the community manager, I feel it's my job, actually, to be out there finding streams and videos and content creators and social network posts and people on Patreon and Reddit and all these places sharing sharing their beautiful maps using our tool. First off, I'm internally grateful for you guys showcasing your work using Dungeon Alchemist. And I love it so much, and it means the world to me when you guys stream Dungeon Alchemist. It means so much to me, because that alone is, like, honestly probably the greatest form of it's the greatest way when someone sees someone using it, they're like, whoa, what is this? You know, word of mouth is when people get interested and like to see the product. And ultimately, you guys out there showing your work and sharing it and having your passion for it the way you do with these beautiful builds and your amazing Patreons and streams and commission work, all that stuff, you guys really are like what drives our community, I feel, at least. You are the catalyst for our community. You really don't, huh? Honestly, oh, thanks, Drave. I really appreciate it. I really love supporting you streamers and community, like all you content creators, whether it's, you know, here on Twitch or on YouTube or, like I said, Patreon, etc. Firebug, I stopped in Firebug's stream earlier. I couldn't stay long because I was prepping for my stream. I apologize for that. That's the thing, is I love to stop in when I can. I'll try and get at least 5 minutes in every stream. And sometimes I'll stay longer, and if you stream Dungeon Alchemist more often, the more often the chances are I will pop in and say hi. I love our community of creators, our community of cartographers, everything. Very, very happy to support you. This is my dream job, helping you guys out and making sure you're happy with the product, that you are jazzed about it, hyped about it, you're excited about it. You know, that your thoughts and suggestions are being heard by someone in the company. I guess I have a soft spot for all creators in general, because I am a content creator. Our entire community is content creators. Everyone that uses Dungeon Alchemist. Whether it's just a DM, you know, who's just making it for his sessions once a month, or it's a commission map maker for Patreon, or it is someone who uses it to unwind and make maps. We're all content creators, whether it's a streamer, someone who makes YouTube content. The thing is I have a soft spot for content creators because I am one. I've been streaming and creating content for years, between Justin TV, Twitch, Beam, Mixer, Facebook, etc. over the years. I really do love content creation, and I do my best to support this community in any way I can with the resources I have available to me. Okay, we got some questions. Question: do the actual creators of the application actually use it and or play D&D? So I know they play Pathfinder for sure. Most definitely play Pathfinder. Oh wow, thank you for a raid. Much appreciated, D&D wannabe. Thank you. Much appreciated. Can we get some thank you to the raiders, please? So, I know they play Pathfinder and have played for at least 20 years various tabletop games. I know that Vim mentioned this on stream like last week, that one of the objects in this update was a gift to his forever DM, who has been his DM for 20 years. Hold on. I think it was this here. The orchestra... I don't even know how to pronounce this thing. I'm sorry. Painter Orchestrion. I wonder if it does anything if you look at it long enough. Thank you for the follow, Misty Mountain and D&D Wannabe. Much appreciated. I wonder if this is code. Oh my goodness. Okay, what were we talking about? Hey, Firebug, health comes first. Take care of yourself, okay? But yes, they use their application quite frequently. They are very, very adamant users and religious users of their product. They are very passionate about it as well. Hey, Crazy Eights, how you doing? Welcome back. If there's anyone that came in and said hi and I missed your hello, I apologize. Chat's been flying today. We've got 53 viewers. Oh my gosh, is it time for a giveaway? Already? You guys are crazy. So, I'm gonna ask really quickly, Drave, why you want a top for a cave? Could you explain that to me really quickly? And I'm not trying to be rude, I'm just trying to understand, because in order to see your map, you ultimately need a top-down view of it for play, right? Okay, so cast ploy tropher, that object is from the Kickstarter. So those objects are limited to Kickstarter supporters at various levels. And they are basically only the people who had those assets or who have, you know, cleverly discovered ways to use those assets from other maps. Like when you download one and build around it. But anyway, long story short, gotcha. Okay, well, let me pull up a map and see if I can give you a suggestion, okay? Of course, Arthemisia, you could give it away on your stream later if you wanted to. Any of you streamers, if you already own Dungeon Alchemist, and you win a copy on the stream, you could give it to one of your viewers or save it for a giveaway on your channel. You could give it to your DM. Oh, no problem. No problem. And if I'm missing questions or, you know, and I'm skipping over things, please remind me. You know, there's a lot going on, and I have what I like to call streamer brain, where I forget what I was talking about not even 30 seconds ago. So let me set up this giveaway because that's a passive thing that just needs to be getting going. We'll set it up for 10 minutes. Oh my gosh. I had caps lock on. I do not want to yell at you. Hey. We're going to start this giveaway. And to enter, you just type giveaway in chat or exclamation giveaway. You have 10 minutes to enter. You liking the update, Zep? I'm glad to hear it. Let's hear some more feedback about this update. For those of you who built maps in it, what are your thoughts on it so far? What's your favorite new feature, favorite new object? Can you slow down chat, Seisu, please? Thank you, my man. Appreciate you. We're going to slow down chat while the giveaway ones are coming through, so it's easier to monitor chat. If you want to enter the giveaway, you must be following the stream, so make sure you hit that follow button. I promise we don't bite. This is the official Dungeon Alchemist channel, so it's a great place to hang out and vibe if you're looking to buy Dungeon Alchemist, or you just got it, or you've had it for months and you want to learn more, or you just want to hang out with the community and vibe out. This is, I think this is the premier weekly hangout for all things Dungeon Alchemist. Wouldn't you all agree? We have a lot of fun here. Oh my gosh, I love this new Wall of Force object. It's so pretty. I love just the animation on it. Crystal colors cannot be changed at this time. They were trying to squeeze it in this update, but they didn't. That's why one or two of them have the color slider on it, but don't do anything. They will be in the next update able to change colors. Okay. Oh, for sure, random ladybird. Okay, so I was gonna pull up that cave, correct? Whew. I'm not gonna lie, the workshop has been kind of clunky for me today. It might just be Steam. Oh my gosh, the moon was just funny. It's fun and interesting. So, it would be very hard to make an entire cave topper unless it's a very thin, like, tunnel type cave. If you see here on the front of this mine, I put, you know, this little, it's like a mine entrance, and I just stacked these rocks delicately in here. And this was before you could turn off collisions, by the way. So it was a nightmare to do this. And I kept oversizing them and putting them in there until they kind of were over that. Does that make sense? Yeah, this is a map I built actually before I was the community manager. I show this map off a lot because it's my baby. It's one of my favorite maps I've ever made using Dungeon Alchemist. And I can't wait for the next update to come back and rebuild it from scratch using all the new, you know, all the new mine and lava theme stuff. I know, I do. But the thing is there's a lot of content in this map that is easy to showcase and gives people a lot of ideas, gets their brains, you know, the little stuff twisting or the light bulb, you know, going off. But anyway, Drave, so this is one way, is by stacking rocks and stuff, okay? So there's a whole bunch of stones that if you go to the objects and go to nature, and then you go to like rocks here, there is a ton of different ones. Some can be made much larger than others, and some... You notice how this wall is kind of ever so slanted? I did that intentionally so the rock would rest on this surface somewhere. So the rock will eventually come in contact with this. You see it touching right here, and that's where it will stop, essentially. So the closer your walls are together, the easier it is to get a ceiling to generate. Something like, you know, if the walls are like this, you could very easily do a ceiling over it with rocks and run through it in first person, and it would definitely look like a ceiling. But as you get wider like this, it's going to be a lot harder to do. Does that make sense? I am very excited about the next update. Hold on one second. Okay. Well, yeah, I guess you could do an abstract ceiling. I never even considered it. Honestly, we release an update usually every, I'd say an average of every 2.5 to 3.5 months, somewhere in that window. And with that regard, actually, one way you could do it is, sorry, that idea is in my head with the abstracts. But with the update, we do know that it's going to be floor is lava because they said they delayed that aspect of this update to make sure that Winter Wonderlands came out solid and good, you know, with as many assets as possible, etc. So we're going to get floor is lavas next, but who knows how long it'll take. Could it take 2 months? Could it take 4 months? I do know that the cave AI was the reason it was delayed. So if they're still working on that and struggling with it, it could take some time, you know? Welcome all the new faces to the channel. Just want to say hello. My name is Mac. I'm the community manager for Dungeon Alchemist. If you have any questions about Dungeon Alchemist, feel free to ask. And we're also having a giveaway right now. If you want to enter, make sure you hit that follow button and type !giveaway for a chance to win a free copy of Dungeon Alchemist on Steam. But yeah, this map has multiple levels, both with terrain and objects. Catwalks galore. You know, I would love if we had the, like, the force sphere, just cut it in half and made it a force dome, because then it would be like a Leomund's tiny hut. But yeah. That's awesome, Zach. Okay, so what I would think we could do is, with an abstract, if you wanted a ceiling, and this is just off the top of my head, because some of them stack, right? I don't know if this one stacks yet. Does it? Yes, it does. Okay, so we could wrap this, right? This, I'll probably stack them first and then turn them invisible. But notice how the height of that is, right? So you could take, not this one, there's a much larger one. A large customizable pane, right? And then make this, essentially, stack up on that. We gotta find that point where it sits. And that could be your ceiling. So you could make this just look like a sorted rock wall or floor, even this, and then that would be the ceiling. So when you look at it from underneath and this, it would be the same image on both sides. It wraps all the way around. And it's just stacking up on this pillar. Now that pillar, you're probably wondering, what should we do with this pillar? So this pillar, if you wrap this with a blank PNG, it becomes invisible. So essentially, it's a great way to raise something up off the ground and make it not very obvious that you're doing that. If you get my drift. But here, look what happens when I put a blank in that one. It's invisible. So essentially, you could create an invisible pillar and a false roof structure for caves or, you know, whatever. So when they're inside, they see up and see that. That is, you know, probably a very rough, raw method of accomplishing this. But that just goes to show you how quickly you can come up with solutions using abstract objects. They can definitely, it's like before you had, you know, like a hammer and some nails and like a screwdriver and some screws, but now you have like a multi-tool with a drill and like all these things attached to it, and it can do all this stuff all at once. Okay, so Arthemacia, I'm going to try to just describe the method I would do this best. And I'll do my best to describe this. So your question is, I want to build 2-story high inn. What would be the best course of action to achieve that without having 2 scenes in Foundry? So far, I made the first floor, exported it, then deleted everything inside, then proceeded to create the rooms, but you don't get the sense of height, and you need to change the map. But sometimes players will have 1 to 2 on the first floor, 2 to 3 on the second floor. So I've been wondering, okay, so let me show you an example of a map that can handle that, first off, okay? Do we have any fans of Hocus Pocus in here? Yeah, type claim if you want to win, D&D wannabe. You gotta type claim or they will go to someone else. You got 30 seconds. Congratulations if you claim it. Oh no! Okay, Shade, it went to someone else because D&D Wannabe did not notice or claim it in time. Shaded Blue, claimed. There we go, congratulations. GG, congratulations. Okay, so in this map, this is a collaborative project between myself and the very talented Sack Maps. Sack is easily one of our most dedicated cartographers in that he is just glued to Dungeon Alchemist, coming up with new ways to build things and clever, unique ways to work around within the mechanics of Dungeon Alchemist. And he is actually the brainchild behind this second floor here. I mostly decorated the bottom floor, and he did this second floor. And here you see a staircase. And what he has done here is essentially there are these platforms underneath, or pillars, and then on top are these wood platforms to create a secondary floor. Now, at the time, we made a wall using these. He made a wall using these wood planks. We now have freestanding wall objects under objects, structural, freestanding. So we could go in and match this wall and probably make the second floor and update it, which would be awesome, because we could place the whole second floor of them. Oh, D&D, I'm sorry, man. So this is one way to do it, by stacking objects. This is probably the most straightforward and direct way. This is one map, multiple floors. So your players could be in multiple places on this at the same time. I mean, as long as they're all in the visible space. Does that make sense? Let's see here. Okay, one moment here. I'm going to make sure Shaded Blue gets their code. And I apologize about that, D&D wannabe, my man. Or I apologize for that, too. I put the timer on it because we've done one and people weren't claiming it because they left. And I like to keep this giveaway moving. So I apologize that you missed the claim period there. But if you, catch us in the future, or if we hit 100 viewers today, we will do another giveaway. We do a giveaway every 50 viewers on the stream. So we hit 50 today. We're at 66 right now. If we hit, 100 today, or next week we hit 50, we'll do another giveaway. So make sure you catch us in the future, and I apologize for that, but I got to keep it fair. Okay, so I may extend it to a minute or something next stream, but I'll think about it, okay? Let me get this giveaway taken care of first off. I'm gonna be whispering you here in a moment with a key. I'm just issuing the key right now. I have this document I gotta go through and date and document everything. Okay, I just whispered you the code. Could you confirm in chat that you got it? Cool. Awesome. Congratulations again. And I will consider extending the length of the claim period after there was a couple people who said something. Maybe I'll make it like a minute. But I do feel 30 seconds is a pretty decent amount of time. Especially when we have low latency on, the chat and the feed is almost within sync of each other within a few seconds. So I apologize, but yes, we do that just to keep things moving and to make sure if someone left that the code gets claimed for sure. Okay, let's see here. I mean, is it so much of me to ask for your constant attention? I'm just seeing how to change the claim period. I don't even know how. I'll figure it out off stream sometime. Can't figure it out right now. All right. 1/60th of it, yo. Okay. So with the secondary method, sorry, I was just trying to think of how it was accomplished. I don't think you'll be able to see a map. Can I ask what VTT you use, Arthemacia? Foundry? Okay. So do you happen to use any like modules such as like Monk's active tiles? Or stairs? There's a couple modules that basically, if you are limited in floors by a top-down map builder, so let's say you have separate floors and you want distinct things. So I know you want all the players on one map, so I'm going to just tell you a module workaround to auto-load players into environments that are on multiple floors. So say that you didn't see this upper area here, right? And you just saw the stair. The stair would have like an icon on it once they can see it and they can interact with it. And once they get to this tile, it will teleport them to the next map. So they're brought to a new scene when they interact with this stair automatically. I don't know if you could split the group up and have them in 2 locations. I would assume so. It makes sense that you would be able to. I've never actually tried. The other thing is, so stairs or active tiles does that. That is one way to do it. So you just have a floor 2 is one map and a floor 1 is the other. Now, if it were me, one way to also illustrate multiple floors in a building, I'm going to start a new map. A POI teleporter, yeah, something like that could work too. Oh, the music stopped. I feel so weird. Okay. So, generate it. Just generate it blank and I'll generate like a cabin lodge, okay? So I really, really do love the new cabin house type. So we're gonna do a 10 by 10. Just to kind of set up the base. So when you have typically like a tavern or an inn, it'll have the ground floor, and then there's 1 to 2 staircases leading to an upstairs area with multiple rooms, and then underneath is usually dining and the bar and food and eating, right? That's the typical inn tavern that you think of, right? So to accomplish that, what I would do is, first off, I'm going to just generate this with no windows. We'll do it with just walls, okay? Oh my gosh, it didn't reset it. Okay, so now we've got blank as kind of a blank slate, right? Now, if you take and cut out a center section like this in the middle of your tavern, right? Now, what does this kind of look like to you? Just at a glance. This looks like an upper floor with a lower floor below it. So, what a lot of people have done in our community is they'll have their upper floor all decorated and maybe like a deck that's like a 5x5 or a 10, and they'll have rooms, and it could be a much bigger space. Imagine there's rooms all the way around and there's like a patio here, right? So we could put, say, some half walls that are some kind of looking banister, right? Like this kind of banister. And put it here. Oops, gotta get rid of that one here in a second. Now, notice this kind of is a second floor, and you could put an image of another map. So let's say you already made your first floor, you exported it, and then you put the image of the other map here. So you would take and place like an abstract, right? Something like, is this the large one? Okay, oh, we got collisions, that's why. And you would essentially, where this green space is, turn it into kind of your bottom floor that you could see through to the bottom and see stuff. So there would be an image representing the lower floor. Does that make sense? But yeah, there's modules that can do that. The levels module, stairs module. So there's ways to approach it with one map. So you would build the first floor, take, export it, put the image right here. Or not even on a green plane, but just in this space. Does that make sense? You could put this in post. So you could just go in post and then superimpose an image in here later, like in Photoshop or GIMP. That was the original method for making a multi-floor. So multiple levels on the same map. So you have floor 1, floor 2 to the side, or floor above, floor below with image trickery, perspective type things, or using modules. Where you're using Foundry, you actually have a lot of modules that can work around your problem. And I would definitely recommend looking into them. I know Monk's Active Tiles, Stairs, and there's been a couple others, Levels mod takes care of a lot of that. Zach, did you hear me when I mentioned earlier we could update the second floor walls on the Hocus Pocus build to like match and be like nice walls instead of like the planks? Anyway, I hope that answered your question. I know I spent a lot of time explaining that. That would be cool. Or maybe we could revisit it next Halloween after like we've gotten tricks and traps and stuff too. Okay, do we have any other questions that I might have missed? By the way, do you guys want to hear my idea? So everyone wanted an overlay for chat, right? People have been asking for, hey Matt, can we get an overlay for chat so we can see what the chat's saying in the VODs or whatever? So once you export your map, it's a JPEG, right, Drave? So Drave, that JPEG can be inserted into Dungeon Alchemist hundreds of ways. I mean, there is a parchment object like this. This object here has a customizable image thing. So if you had an image of a map, you could put it in there and it just looks like a parchment map. This green screen abstract object, you can put an image on that. I'll show you with blood. I don't have a map made. Here, let's do a... like a blood smear type thing. Oh, no, Drake. There's no way to import content from one map to the other. However, you can feature other maps inside of maps like how I showed you. But unfortunately, no. There's no way to take like a building you built in one map, copy it, paste it into another map, unfortunately. The only way you could really do that, technically, let's say you loved a map and you wanted to build around it. So let's say you liked this messy library and you're like, well, I want to build this into a whole building, right? So you could just build right onto this. You just go to File, Save As, and it's now your map and just build around it. And then this is in part of it. So yes, you could take an existing portion of some map, do a Save As, and build around it, but you can't copy paste. Hey, Vanyakos, man, I appreciate all your beautiful maps. Seriously, I love the shares you do on the fans of Dungeon Alchemist. Appreciate your work, much appreciated. Sorry, I misunderstood you there. I apologize. Okay, they're under place objects, nature, and wall plants. The wall fungi are in the wall plant category. Because there's a whole bunch of plants that can latch onto walls automatically. So if you have collisions on, they'll just snap to walls. And if you turn collisions off, then you can kind of place them wherever and build separate stacks of them. But yes, so mushrooms, there should be the wall ones in here as well. It is kind of confusing, but the wall ones are in the wall plants section. So, oh my gosh, I had the roughest weekend, and I did a lot of, like, I was a little upset. I was a very, very, like, upset father and, like, scared for my child, and I admittedly cried a little bit. I was upset, and my throat is hurting. But my kid had a really rough weekend. He was in the ER for, like, almost 24 hours, and then they found out it wasn't necessarily emergency and dismissed him because he just needs to get some appointments and get some tests done. But we come to find out he's, after some bed rest and stuff, he's doing a lot better. It was just a really scary couple of days for me. It's under nature, bruh. Nature. Doesn't necessarily mean plant. It's under nature. That is a Kickstarter exclusive asset. So if you want to look at that asset, you got to download a map with it in it and then build around it. Yeah, he's still in a lot of pain, but he's doing a lot better. Gotcha. Yeah, I guess it does say plants there. Just wall stuff. But yeah, you're right. Nope, you're right. I did say plants. Okay, so you click the place token thing. We actually have a tutorial that's linked. Hold on. Did I not make a Hero Forge one? Oh, I did. Yeah, there it is. Thanks. Anyway, if you follow that video, it's a direct tutorial and gives you all the information. But basically, from here, it has some information if you haven't linked your account. And if you have like Hero Forge Pro and you get the monthly pack of minis and you get the credits and buy minis, or if you bought minis, it's 3D digital, not 3D STL, not for 3D printing, but for 3D export for like virtual tabletops like Tailspire and the like. They will export to this. So I got a bunch of packs and I've made a few, and I purchased a few packs, anyway. Like this character here is one I made and imported. But basically in your Hero Forge account, there's a code you got to link on here. You put it in here and it'll link up. And when you do that, even if you've never bought a single Hero Forge token, you get 5 free tokens as a gift from Hero Forge inside of Dungeon Alchemist. It's like this priest and a ranger, etc. I guess I could unlink it. Here, I'll show you. They are not easy to find. Hero Forge's website is a boondoggle. It's not easy. If you want to find the pre-made packs, just click buy, and then it says packs. And then over here, they have a bunch of them, right? So basically, you could scroll down. They have a ton that are pre-made, right? So cultists, orcs, skeletons, goblins, zombies, etc. And these packs here, these pre-made packs are only 1 credit or $7.99. If you do the pro, you get 5 credits a month. If you do, if you just buy them at a pack for $7.99, that's still not bad either. So basically, you just open up Hero Forge, click buy, and then click packs. There's a bunch of different ones. Hobgoblins, lizard folk, brigands, sylvans, merfolks, scholars, city watch, etc., 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 etc. Looks like this is the free pack this month. If you have pro, you get this dangerous encounter pack. Really big, giant, ogre, troll, bugbear, all pose formidable challenge even for the most seasoned adventurer. Interesting. Anyway, this isn't a Hero Forge stream, it's a Dungeon Alchemist stream, but I do understand a lot of you want to know how that functions, how to link it correctly. But essentially on your Hero Forge account and on this page, when you try to link, there's a link that you could click and it walks you through it. And that YouTube tutorial we have walks you through the process as well. Yeah, Carl worked very, very hard to make the AI act more human. He's been training it and like updating it tirelessly over the last few months. A lot of buildings generate more pleasingly and more symmetrical now. Oh man. Whoa, we hit 1,200 followers! I didn't even realize it. I looked away from the number and didn't check it for a few minutes. Woo, 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 woo! Let me mull over it for a moment. Okay, let's look up some more maps. Like, Starseeker uploaded a map. Let's check it out. Say Sue, bro. Always so real. Kind of like this upper stair area here with the cave. This gives off real, like, the secret stair from Lord of the Rings vibe. But oh my gosh, this is interesting. Looks like a spine. Oh my gosh, it kind of does, huh? But it looks like a stairway. They're arches they used to do this. I think you can go through it, actually. Okay, I'm gonna check. Can't seem to place a token anywhere. Even with collisions off, it won't let me place a token. Really awkward. Try over here. Okay, well, that was awkward. That was weird. Let's see if we can get over there. We're gonna just yeet ourselves over there. Start in the forest. Okay, Starseeker. This is intricate, my man. Oh. Oh, you got a token over here already. Ya doy. Whoa. Creepy. Creepy paper. Wow, this is clever. This is, how many of these things did you place? And we're back. Yeah. You time me? I flipped on my phone immediately as soon as it crashed. I was like talking and then all of a sudden I just felt a blue light on my face and I look up and just saw a big blue screen. Ah, that was the worst. When I fell into the rock, it BSOD'd my PC. It was your fault, Starseeker. No, I'm just kidding. His map is too strong for my PC. Does it, like, ever occur to anyone else that computers are essentially just like rocks we tricked into thinking? Yeah, that messed me up. Can you guys hear me? Everything okay? I basically was like, I fell through the rock, and then it crashed. We can even see you. That's the worst part, isn't it, Seisu? We're gonna go back in to the breach. Famous last words, right? Yeah. Oh, what? You blocked me. At least someone thinks so, Seisu. This gives off Shelob vibes right here. Hey, twin. How you doing, buddy? All right. Let's pull us up a new map really quickly. Oh, again, sorry for the crash. Wait. Which? There we go. Oh, yeah, I wanted to see this one. Where was it? This one was shared on Reddit by Verlies Entwerfer. Beautiful use of the new chalkboards. I love this. This is a great, like, study hall. Lovely lecture hall. Yes, exactly. I think if there's too many in a vicinity, it'll stop it for sure. You had a lot of objects over there. I mean, this is new assets from the winter update, but yeah, we will find some more. I'll pull up a couple I made because I mean, unfortunately, I can't control what people update and upload to the workshop. There are a few maps that are been uploaded into our Discord for the Winter Wonderlands themed dam challenge. By the way, some of those entries are very, very good. Y'all are coming up with some good ideas. Yep, that is very cool. Okay, let's go look at a winter map. So, I know we got a lot of DMs in here. What's going on in your sessions right now? What are your players doing? What have they been up to? Where are they heading? What's what's their plans, and what's your plans for the session? What kind of maps are you making, etc. Let's see if we can find some winter themed ones, but I can't force people to have winter maps. Hmm. There's a couple there at the bottom, but I wanted to take a look at this one actually. I loved what you did here. This is very clever. They're exploring the Underdark. Oh no! Hopefully they have dark vision, right? This is brilliant. Okay, so Swedish Cook essentially made Tibetan prayer flags a custom asset using the plane object. Now, remember, though, if they have dark vision, that still doesn't give them, you know, doesn't give them the ability to not have disadvantage in combat if there's no light source. So, hey, Flail Snail, how you doing? But essentially, this is 4 of these abstract objects like this, right? I'm pretty sure it's these ones. And they stretch them out to the right height, and then they put, yeah, so there's one there, right? And basically just put them right together. And so there'd be one here, one of these behind it, and then each one is a different image. So it's a different portion of the image until it goes up all the way to the top and meets this pole. That's incredibly clever, my friend. Very, very good use of the abstract. Oh, wrong one. I just love things like this because it's a proof of concept for so many things, and it, you know, people will take this and run with it. So these Amazing Stream are actually the abstract assets, which are freestanding objects with customizable imagery. So they're green, you can either swap their color or you can put an image on them. So for instance, here I could put like a blood, that one's not fitted to that. So let me find one here. I've got like these hand or wall splatter ones that fit it a little bit better. So there is like a blood wall splatter, and you could, you know, oh, it's on this rock kind of thing, you know? At certain angles it could be seen. Or you could even do that on the ground. So there's these ones like this. You could change out that and... Oop, no. Hold on. Let me put... I think because there's snow on the above the green... Yeah, depending on where you put this, it makes it kind of hard to use these if there's winter weather. See that? It's like the, I'll probably just end up getting rid of the snow to showcase it. Excuse me. You can see like a puddle of blood. You know what I mean? Yeah, so these flat plane assets, all objects are meant to have snow on them when they're on the ground, and I think the customizable assets shouldn't, because they're meant to demonstrate something and be the highest asset possible. So if you want to use them in a snow build, it's really hard when there's snow weather. I'll bring that up with the devs. Maybe at least the flat plane ones could be restricted from getting snow on them. Well, you could make it yellow here. Boom. Yellow snow, bro. Right there. You just have to turn off the weather. So if you go to terrain and then change terrain type, you turn off the weather from snow to no weather, so it wouldn't be on top of the objects in the tents, but it would be, you know, you could still paint, oh shoot. You could still paint, you know, put objects on the ground or paint the terrain by hand with snow. So if you want snow to be around, you can go in and, oh, I want this to be more snow, you know? But yeah, there's a P spot for you. Here, let's put it, the lights. You can see all its glory. The devs are awesome. They're so incredibly talented, and they listen to you guys a lot. Like, I honestly, if I see there's a bug or like a really good suggestion, I'll bend their ear about it, and they're working on it as soon as possible. There was a bug with exports the other day, and I started noticing people asking questions on Discord, on Reddit, on our socials, and I pinged our lead dev about it. And he was like, I was about to go to bed and saw this, but I'm going to fix this real quick. And he put out a hot fix within an hour. they care about this community and this product a lot. It's their baby, you know. They really do care about its success and its future. They care about how you feel about it and your thoughts on it. You know, and I mean, just like any project you put a lot of your heart and soul into, your blood, sweat, and tears into, when people are critical of it, you want to know why and what you can do to make it better. And when people are happy about it, you love it even more because that support just shows how many people love your product. Yeah, if they get too small, they stop connecting, right? It's just like the electric current, too, with those Tesla coils or whatever. Yeah, I pointed that out, but I don't know if they care or will be fixing it anytime soon, or if they can. I wonder if it's just something they can't address. When it gets too small, it stops doing it. I would love to get it fixed. I will bring it up again and just see what they say. But they did have a lot on their plate fixing bugs that before launch, and I think the plan was just to get everything working as good as possible. With what they had and focus on that. I mean, the polls do work until they're this small, you know? So what's everyone's favorite new object? Everyone, one object each. Tell me. The backpacks? They're cool, huh? New hidden doors? I haven't even looked at the hidden doors. Is it just labeled as secret? Is it under a door, I'm assuming? Why is writing desk under secret? That is incredibly peculiar. Sorry, that just screams Easter egg to me. Anyway, it's probably under doors, right? You did? Under windows? Okay. I'll draw a room and we'll play with it. I don't want to mess up this map, though. I'll go to a new one. I want to look under the desk with a camera. Just seems very odd that it is labeled as secret. Like there's metadata tied to that desk. Someone in dev team labeled metadata as secret on that. So that is intriguing to say the least. Hey Furiosa, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. I appreciated you streaming Dungeon Alchemist the other day. It was nice to meet you. Okay, what was I doing with a building? We were looking up secrets. Are they in here? Ooh. Ah, making them a window is smart because it blends in better. That is brilliant because it doesn't have the... Ah! I get it now. I understand the appeal. Okay, so what stone was it? It's that one. Let's just change it to this. And then we go to Windows, put one of these in there. And you cannot tell from the top, unlike traditional secret doors and secret doors, but you can open it and it's very much a secret. Rindus, I would say that'll be a lot further off than closer, mainly because an instant dungeon requires our AI to be as trained and as intricate as possible, as well as having as much versatility in biomes and assets and rooms, so you can get a lot of diversity in your dungeons. So I feel personally, and I'm not speaking on the devs' behalf this, but I feel like it'll likely be one of our final updates before we leave early access. So as you can see here, now there's a hidden door, and that is a very novel solution because they made it using the wall and put a window in it, essentially. The old secret doors. Now, there are other ones. Oh, man, do these work the same? Yeah, they are still a door. Huh, that's interesting. But the other ones, when you put a door in, you could see it above, right? So it kind of defeats the purpose in some cases in top-down. You can actually see this, like, weird thing on the top. Your players can. So this is a neat approach because it is indeed secret. You know, it's a very heavily suggested thing on our on our Discord, or not on our Discord, on our upvoting. I know a lot of people want to mirror some of the staircases to use them in different instances because it has the railing on one side but not the other, you know. I think, you know, it would be awesome if we mirrored every object eventually, but I have heard the devs say it's not as straightforward as it sounds, and it will take some time. I don't know if that'll be something anytime soon, but I personally understand your pain and I understand why you want it. Nice, Raven. That's awesome. Oh, nice. Starseeker, it fixed it, so that weird bug where the demon statue wouldn't load is fixed. That's good. That is a great question, Rindus. Honestly, I'll bring that up. I'll just say until we can get mirrored objects, can we get every staircase in its opposite so we have more variety? Alternate ways. Now, the one thing with rounded stairs to take into account is I believe ours follow the traditional historical setting. Most rounded stairs in castles only went one way. And that's for a reason, because it gave them a much better advantage in combat. When you are the defender and you're fighting and you're getting fought up this tower and you're defending it from the top down, if you have the stair going a certain way, it's easier to swing your sword down at the people coming up, and it's harder for them to swing at you. For right-handed fighters, it was much easier to fight down a staircase. Exactly, and vice versa. So most staircases were designed because most people were right-handed. Hey, see you later, Seisu. Thank you for being here. I don't have a problem against left-handed folks, Nikki. Hi, welcome back, by the way. But I just would assume they had far less people with left hands fighting, and as a result of which, the stairs weren't designed around them. They were designed around the right-handed fighters. But I would imagine left-handed fighters could throw people for a loop on the battlefield because they weren't used to people using that hand. Or people who are ambidextrous as well probably could really throw you for a loop on the battlefield. I mean, that's an arms race right there. Literal arms race. Sorry, but I think that's the reason why a lot of our staircases do that. The rounded ones are only one way. You know what I mean? And it makes sense because historically staircases only really rounded ones went one way in castles. It has been? Well, then I'm going to have to tell my grandfather he was wrong, and he would tell me this stuff all the time, and he was a historical professor. That's sad, but it is, you know, things change. If it has been debunked, that's crazy. Anyway, so what were we talking about inside DA? I can't remember what we were doing. We were talking about the secret doors, weren't we? Those things are dope. That's a great solution, making it as a window. It's just a handy bonus. Cool. Let's see here. Let's look at some of the maps I worked on before launch. I really liked my cabin map. Put a lot of just little details into this, like the diagonal walls, and I played with the lighting to give it that kind of aurora effect. I really love the mood of this map. So, mushroom. Essentially, I designed what would be kind of a remote, you know, like a homesteader, you know, like an outpost or a remote cabin, a homesteader cabin out in the middle of the woods, and they're kind of self-sufficient. So you would have to be very self-sufficient in this instance. So they have a barn attached to their home, and it's got stabling and a chicken coop and, you know, some equipment and whatnot. Oh man, that would be cool. That would be awesome. I'll talk to Vim about an aurora in the skybox. That would be cool. Over here, I built a lovely little kitchen. Just got, like, you know, stores of food and whatnot. Got the hearth and a table. Right? I had the chicken coop out here initially, right here, but I felt like in a cold winter, you wouldn't want your chickens out in the open where A, they're exposed to the elements, and B, other animals, you know, snow foxes and wolves and stuff can get at them. So you'd probably keep them in the barn, right? In a harsh winter. During the summer, you maybe make an outdoor coop or a range for them. Anyway, and then I put this shed over here because I really do love these new assets with removable roofing. I just put some basic tools and stuff in here to kind of give it the impression that this is a place where maybe, you know, they store some tools and equipment, you know, to work on the property or, you know, cut logs, etc. And here I set up what would be, you know, where for log splitting and breaking down the trees into smaller logs and then putting them on a, you know, a sled and then moving them over to the house, stacking them and bringing them into the house so you have plenty of firewood, which would be very important in a situation like this. I use the connected pole. This is a new asset that they just kind of connect automatically and drape a string between them, and it can even make like webs. It's kind of neat. But I just put one in the building here inside, and inside the pole of the house, and then one outside. Hey, see you later, Abidos. You have a good one. Yeah, you could use the abstract assets to create. So Rindis asks, is it possible to create a curtain? Yeah, you could use like this one here. Click this to go download the texture or the template for the texture, which it's the very bottom one for the vertical pane. Just download it, and this is essentially, this would be the negative space of the PNG, and this is where you would put the information for the curtain. So you could put like a draped curtain that's like tied up in the corner and then goes up to like that, like it's centered off. Boom, and then you could just put it inside around a window, and inside it would look like it has a curtain over it. I mean, but if you want your own custom curtains, you could use this to do it, is what I'm saying. Very easily. You could have draped or closed curtains. Let's see. And yeah, there probably is one somewhere. We do have a few curtains that are like tent stuff. Like these round wall tent type things. I guess they're more under tent than curtain. They could act as a curtain, kind of. Anyway, so what I would do is basically put one of those abstract assets over the window on the inside with a curtain on it. So you would make it essentially a curtain, like around here, and the inside would be blank, like it's draped open and you're looking through it. Probably wouldn't work where there's a shelf like this. Some windows aren't ideal for this. But yeah, you could probably make it work to a degree. Anyway, let's take another quick look around the map. Does anyone have any other questions, by the way? This little outhouse. I like that it's got a roof. Where are the minis? They're already in it. They've been in it for months, Christopher. You can even walk around in first-person mode and from the mini's perspective. But yeah, this little icon here on the left side, you click place tokens. There's a bunch of pre-included tokens. Or if you have a Hero Forge account, you can link it, and any tokens you purchased as 3D digital minis or have gotten as packs, you can import. Right? You saw. I thought I did a really good job on Winifred, not to mention. Anyway, another great custom asset here. I put a watering hole there in the bottom of the well to look like it is in there. Yeah, so in my version, it walks way faster because of my settings. If you go to File, Settings, and then go to First Person, you can increase your or decrease your mouse sensitivity or your field of view. The wider your field of view is, the slower you walk, technically. You can also disable head bob or invert your mouse. And if your sensitivity is higher, then you move faster when you move your mouse. So check this out. I'll go back in. My field of view is much tighter now, and I move much slower. Field of view doesn't necessarily move any faster. It just gives the impression, because of the fisheye, it feels like it's moving faster. Oh, the Necronomicon is interesting, for sure. I was glad to contribute to the project in that manner, dude. It was fun. Okay, so earlier I mentioned people wanted an overlay for the stream, right? So I think what I'm going to do is taking inspiration from the many cool landing pages that have been made using Dungeon Alchemist. I am going to make a stream landing page. I'm going to attempt, hopefully, fingers crossed, that I can make this work. And I'm going to make a stream landing page that will have the map, have, follows and information that's important, the chat, etc. And so the stream would be incredibly meta in that it would be a landing page overlay that is animated using Dungeon Alchemist while we're streaming Dungeon Alchemist. So we'll see. I'm going to try and make that happen. I cannot guarantee I will effectively get it to work, but now that you all have heard my idea, maybe you guys, if you have any thoughts or feedback on that, maybe you'll be able to contribute some ideas or thoughts or things you might want to see on it. But I do have a general, like it is an Inception, Christopher. Essentially, I'm thinking of using a desk or like an ice plane and then just kind of laying like a document on it that would be the text chat. So like a scrolled out text, like a scroll, like a parchment would be where the chat would be. And then to the side would be maybe another, like an open book or something would be where I'd have the map or something. I don't know. I'm going to figure it out and play around with it. And I might even put my face inside of a crystal ball or something to have fun with it. I don't know. We'll see. I don't even know if that's possible. But yeah, I'm going to play around with that during the week this week. I was thinking long and hard about that the last couple of weeks because people have been asking for a stream overlay chat, and that was my solution. Dungeonception. Okay, let's open another map. Let us see. See, this is my ice palace, but the one we looked at earlier makes this one look lame by comparison. I should probably upload these to the workshop. I never got around to doing it the other day because family emergencies. You're looking for a new job, huh? I wish I was hiring. Honestly, I wish I could, expand our community team. It'd be pretty cool with time. But right now, I don't know if they're hiring anyone but artists, really. So like 3D design type artists. Oh, yeah. By the way, did you guys know you can make it snow in a room? So if you go to draw room and you click on the edit room tool, select the room, right? Set the view to outside, and as long as you have winterized your map so there's snow on like the trees and objects, it'll now be snowing inside this area. So any map or any room you do this to, you can make it snow inside. Maybe that's one of those things you got to sit down and just practice and practice and practice and get to that point, And I'm not actually the one that does the hiring, unfortunately. I wish I had some kind of power to do that kind of stuff, at least in the community aspects. I'm a one-man team, actually, for the community management and team. Our team is very small, actually. We are an indie developer team of less than 10 people. There's 2 developers, a bunch of graphics artists and UI designers, and then myself on community management. You make tabletop TVs? The boy? The bois? I'm sorry if I butchered your name there. That is awesome, first off. That's cool. I want to talk to you more about that. But yeah, I've seen people use Dungeon Alchemist as a limited virtual tabletop because people who play in person typically, roll in person. They manage their rules in person. They do all the math in person. They may manage their sheets on their own laptop or a tablet or something through D&D Beyond. But more often than not, if you're playing on a tabletop TV, you don't really need a VTT, but you can still use one on a tabletop TV. So let me show you how you can get around and use it in that fashion. So built right into Dungeon Alchemist, support for print or virtual or tabletop TVs, we have a few options. So under settings, if you go to grid, you can enable the grid and you can change the color of the grid, by the way. And we have transparency levels for said grid. So I'm going to put it as black on the white, which will make it pop. And then you can actually change the grid shape, so square or hex. And the hex, you can actually change its size. So you have a lot of different options for grids built right into it. So grids are very important when playing tabletop games. And if you don't want to use a virtual tabletop like Foundry or Roll20, as long as you have a grid and you're able to manage all the roles and the rules yourself, character sheets yourself, there's no reason you couldn't use Dungeon Alchemist as a virtual tabletop in that capacity. So, sorry, I didn't enable the grid. Many people in our community do that, actually. So you can either export your map, right? Export it with the grid, and then you can take the map they have under here, print only or image only, for instance, and then you could have slideshows ready, like a USB flash drive that'll slideshow the maps, or have a computer hooked up with the slideshows of the maps and they can just change through them. But a lot of people like controlling the map flow within Dungeon Alchemist. So up here in the top, if you go to view and hit hide UI, you now have no user interface, a grid, and a beautiful map that you can move around in. And you can even add tokens in or effects, weather. You could even do limited things like in here under the smoke, we have black smoke, so you could come in and do like a limited fog of war to an extent. Doesn't seem to want to fill in this space very well. So you could use effects to create a limited fog of war to an extent. But yeah, there's effects. Then on top of that, lighting you can adjust on the fly. Oh, it's nighttime after you rested. You can put in tokens so they can interact with digital tokens, or they can put their tokens right on top of the TV. Oh, you're fine. No, it's fine. I appreciate the love, Furiosa. I do put a lot of work and passion into my efforts and my job at Dungeon Alchemist. I really do love my job. It's fine. It's fine. Once in a while I slip. You know, I did see that Humble Bundle stuff. That's interesting. I don't think we have links disabled. You could try and post it. Oh yeah, it's like $30 for like $600 of Pathfinder content, which if you're looking to jump from 5e to Pathfinder, especially after the whole OGL debacle, it may be a good time to look at that. Oh, it won't let you post it, huh? Here, I'll post it. Honestly, we're system agnostic with Dungeon Alchemist. We don't care what system you use. In fact, I mean, we're mainly fantasy themed, but I've seen people do Warhammer in Dungeon Alchemist. I've seen people do future settings. And now with the abstract assets, you can create all sorts of stuff. As an example, I made cyberpunk assets and shared them in our Discord. Yeah, I mean, our devs are big Pathfinder mains. They love it, and I think their main passion for building Dungeon Alchemist was for Pathfinder, but a lot of people in the D&D community use it. Nice. That's cool, Random Ladybird. We have enough assets to essentially make Western now, too, because we have desert and like all sorts of Western-themed content. So you could kind of do Old West, etc. Or maybe like a space Western to a degree. Like, wow, I might check it out. Might check it out. I just got a new puppy, and everything for the puppy has been expensive, and it's just like little things you don't ever think or foresee, or expenses that you need to get, and it's just, here's this, need that, need this, need that, need this, need that, adoption fees, shots, all these new equipment for the puppy. And even though I had stuff for my old dogs, a lot of it is meant for bigger dogs or older dogs, so it doesn't work, So anyway, I've been kind of focused on that, and then just went to the emergency room, so I don't know if I have money to buy this stuff right now, but I might consider it. It is a good deal. I've been wanting to jump into Pathfinder for some time, and if I could get all the books for cheap to start, that would be a good way to do it in a module and a couple other things. Dungeon Bowl maps would be great in Dungeon Alchemist. I've never even heard of Dungeon Bowl. Oh wait, isn't Dungeon Bowl like where I think I have? It's where people were doing like a sports ball type game in D&D. Fantasy football. Nice. That's cool. Hey Appalachia, thank you. Alpa Cacino. Oh my gosh, that name, I butchered that name. Alpa Cacino, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Holy cow, I am so sorry for that. That was just awful. At first I thought your name said Appalachia something, and then I realized it was Alpaca Chino. Oh my gosh. Alpaca Chino, that is great. That's a good one. Question. Is there an ideal size map? Works well with Roll20 that's easy to adjust without messing with the dimensions. I mean, we honestly, when we recommend a Roll20 Pro subscription and using the API script we have set up in tandem with Roll20, both because it gives you more storage for bigger maps and it makes it easier. It does all the lighting and walls and line of sight stuff automatically with their new dynamic lighting. We just updated our script to support that, by the way. If you're using a free account, I am not sure on how to optimize that because I personally don't use Roll20 and have never used it myself other than as a player. I've never used it on the DM side, so I'm not the best person to ask. I do know we have a few in our community who use it. If any of you are here and could offer some feedback, I'd be very appreciative. Our most recent update introduced the animated exports. So built right in, if you go to File and Export, under Foundry, we have image, just traditional, and then a bunch of different export options. So video MP4, video low quality MP4, video WebM, video low quality WebM. So they have different encodings for different sizes of maps, etc. You know what? Do you have Discord, Dubois? Yeah, Foundry supports MP4 and WebM. So yes, they do. So here. Sorry, everyone. I am just frazzled at the moment. I think I've just had a rough couple of days and my throat's starting to kill me and there's a lot going on in chat and I'm... Oh no. My chat bot just crashed. 1 second, y'all. You're a content creator too? That's awesome. I've had the best luck today with all of my tools. You streamers know, though. You know how it is. How things can just, like, be working 1 second and then die the next, right? You could have your stream perfectly set up and then it'll crash or not work when you go live. Hey, Rad Trills, how you doing? Okay. So if you hop in our Discord really quick, Dubois, if you're not already. I just DM'd you my username on Discord. I whispered it to you here on Discord or on Twitch, and that way you can message me later. Okay, just send me a friend request and message me. We'll chat after the stream. Sound good? Oh my goodness! Oh, who's my boy? How's my puppy? Oh, oh! You want to say hi to everyone? This is Seymour. You get a bath. Not yet, no? Oh, he still smells. This is Seymour. Oh, yeah. Oh, oh. I named him Seymour after... if you guys have ever watched Futurama, there's that scruffy little dog that just absolutely loves Fry. But he gets to stay with me forever. He's never being left alone. He's walking on sunshine with me. He is just snuggling me so hard. Hey. Oh, Tisses. I freaking love this dog. So adorable. Last night, so I was laying on the floor on a blanket and he just nuzzled in next to me and passed out. He loves, yes, Jurassic Park. He is the cutie. Oh my gosh. So I got him a tag. I ordered his tag yesterday, custom, and it says Seymour, and then it has a picture of a rocket, and it like kind of like the Futurama rocket, and then it says walking on sunshine on the front. It'll be cute. The cutie boy. Starseeker, bro. This is my life now. Just one more try. I don't get anything done if he wants cuddles. I basically just. This is it. That's all there is to it. You okay, buddy? Submit. Anywhere we go, if we stand still for a second, he'll just lay on our feet. He like pops up on him and lays down. We can't hold still long if we like aren't staying there. Okay, you go back with mom? Stay with that. Very cute. He is very, very precious. Right? Oh my gosh, my cat does that too. When he wants attention, he'll come up and he'll rub his face all over our phone and bite it and like get it out of our face, or he'll jump up on our keyboard and walk around and stomp all over. Feed me, Seymour. You guys. You guys. Passing out. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is my life now. Stream still live? You know what? That's a very good question. We are in the process of building a merch store that can work for our worldwide community. We did find a distributor, but then we weren't happy with their quality of the products when we tested them out. This one I ordered special for me to wear on stream, and I know people are interested in getting Dungeon Alchemist merch because you guys love us and want to support us in that way. Soon, very soon. And I also have some interesting news. Hopefully, I'm hoping the stream should get some more stream time. Yep, you can winterize old maps, Drave. So look, pull up an old map. Saves you a lot of time. I think my DA just crashed. Man, I'm just having problem after problem today. Okay, well, Dungeon Alchemist has crashed and it won't load again. There we go. Got it. Okay. So you want to open a map that is, let's say you have an old map that you want to winterize, okay? So I was going to use this one because it's like a desert, outdoory, mixed with indoor map. Hopefully this doesn't crash. This is a beautiful map made by Heronimo. And it's a lovely prison mine or a prison quarry, okay? So if you want to winterize an old map, you just click Okay, so you click on terrain and you go to edit terrain, and then you go to weather and then click snow and hit change terrain. And then boom, it adds snow anywhere that's considered outside on the map. And it'll put it on objects that are out there too. It just powders them. Right? They gave up, right? They gave us our category. I'm so happy. Yep, we got our own Twitch category, so now people can stream on it, and you can find streamers easy. Make sure you guys follow the category, okay? If you're not already, please do, because it'll actually help it grow, and it helps the streamers that stream there get noticed. And the thing is it's a new category. We got to help it grow by watching in it, right? By streaming and supporting the streamers in it. Honestly, I call it winterizing just to irritate people because that's technically not winterizing. Winterizing is the opposite. It's preparing it to be ready for winter so it doesn't freeze over. But I like calling it winterizing because it's technically what you're doing is you're winterizing it. Okay, so Served, you're asking, we know the turnaround on support emails, sent one a week ago. Where did you send it to? What email, please? Also, yeah, I would recommend popping in the Discord. We have a support and a question section. Typically, if like someone in our community or our mods or myself can't help, we'll ping a dev and get them involved in the Discord. When you email the devs directly, it goes through a support queue and they deal with them one at a time. We have a team of less than 10 people who are dealing with that support queue. So if there was, 40 people in front of you, it may take a couple of days, unfortunately. And we just launched our new update, so we're in the process of providing a lot of patching and support. Which email did you email to? Was it info@Briganti? Is that what it was? Or support@Briganti? And what is the problem you're having, my friend? I want to try and help you if I can. I mean, ask me here. I'll try and answer it. We're running out of time on the stream, so let's do it. Gotcha. I see it above now. Oh, yeah, see, I can't help with that at all. I have no access to the Kickstarter stuff at all, so I am so sorry. It is going to be support@briganti.be, and I apologize for the delay on there. I will, on the weekends, typically you probably won't hear anything, and then leading up to the weekend was our launch day, so I apologize. It probably just went under the radar. If anything, maybe ping them again through the email and go from there. Oh no. I am so sorry. I know you're itching to get in. Hopefully they'll get back to you soon, but I would just try pinging them again through the email. And I apologize. You haven't gotten any help yet. I really do love winterizing on a map. This map was posted just like a week before the update came out, so it's great. It's a perfect map for this. I am working on making an abstract footprint. There's a couple that were shared in our Discord as well. They're like a hoof print or like a deer track or something. My wife and I are working on some like drag marks and different footprints to essentially allow you to kind of simulate footprints on dirt or land or snow. But if you winterize a map, remember, the snow ends up being the top layer on almost anything. It's on top of objects, it's on top of the ground. So when you put a new object on the ground, like the abstracts, let's say you're trying to make a footprint or a blood splatter, they won't work on a map you winterize yet. And it's because they end up under the snow. They need to be above the snow. I'm going to talk to the devs and see if we can get them raised above. Hey, Dude, no problem, Dubois. Hey, ping me on Discord. Just send me a DM, and then we can chat later, okay? Or friend me for sure. Yeah, that would be neat. I also would love if we could attach a light source to them. So, like, you know how the lamps, you can just turn them on or off and change the color filter and stuff? Well, like, there's a lot of spells that technically use that, like, light, for instance, in 5e. It would make sense that you would have a light source that is essentially. Hey, see you, Yakos. Thank you for the follow, by the way. We'll see you next time, okay? Thanks for making it. Essentially, it would be nice if the token had a light source that went with them, that was like inside them, like this candle is, and it just followed them around. I don't even need them to be holding a torch, just that they have an invisible light source attached to them that emanates, light that you could turn on and off like this. Turn it down, change the color filter or the brightness, essentially like a light spell would work. You know what I mean? And then when you walk around, the light moves with it. So if you're in a dark tunnel or a cave or a place that's low lit and your person's allegedly carrying a torch or using a spell. But yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah, it would be a virtual representation. I added a few more assets last night into the list of stuff. Blood puddle, blood smear, the blank, manhole. Oh, the manhole is interesting. Let's pull up. Oh, okay. You know what? That's the last crash I can deal with today. Dungeon Alchemist just crashed when I clicked Steam Workshop. It's 2 p.m. anyhow. It's past the hour, so it's time to wrap up. It'd be cool if you could set a path and it would follow it. Yes. They have made some animals, Starseeker. They just released a whole bunch of animals, but not as a pack, huh? They're individuals. No problem. Hey, can you guys and gals do me a favor? If you enjoyed the stream, first and foremost, please make sure you let us know in the Discord or on the socials. Hey, had fun on the stream, enjoyed this on the stream. I just like, hearing feedback. Any feedback, good or bad, is good to know. I'd really appreciate it. And additionally, if you are on any social networks, say you're on Twitter or Instagram or TikTok or, gosh, I never get TikTok right. There we go. If you're on any of these socials, please drop us a follow. It means the world to me as the community manager that we continue growing our presence across all of our social network, identities. And they're all important in their own way and regard. YouTube is important for long form and short form and tutorial content. The stream is important for these streams, to have live form content. The socials are great for the various different ways to digest them, whether it's text with pictures or short form videos, etc. So if you are on any of those social platforms, do me a favor and drop a follow. It means the world to me. Other than that, guys and gals and everything in between, appreciate you so much for being here today on the damn stream. My name is Mac. I am the community manager for Dungeon Alchemist. We host these damn streams, same damn time, same damn channel, every Saturday at 12 p.m. Pacific. That's 3 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. UTC, and I believe that's 9 p.m. CET. I give a broad range of time zones, so if you kind of know your general time zone, you could figure it out relative to those. Thank you so much for being here, and we'll see you next week. Back out.